The red light means it's charging.
That's when it's charging.
Casting
I got everything. Oh, there it goes. It's gonna be.
Oh, hold on. Oh, it is on. Duh.
Yeah, that's on. That's already.
I've gotten so used to the colors in my periffs now. I don't even see them when I walk.
I don't see things. There's things I just don't see. Hey, it's the same color as that mask.
Oh, it is.
It's comfortable for you. And you got the colorful side, because, you know.
You want to switch?
No, it makes more sense this way.
You gotta try it. Get over there. Nope, leave the coffee. That's my side now. Come on. Get over there. Hold on.
It's election day, so this is you're in the way. I can't hear.
Wait, what?
It's election day. This is our Super Bowl for all the bullshit we talk about. So I guess we're gonna do something different for.
Why do I gotta sit? Holy fuck! This is weird.
At least it's from the same side, I guess.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, it is the same side. Okay, I had to turn and face.
Yeah.
So,
I think. There we go. I think I'm gonna move this over here. Just now that I'm sitting over here, I don't like where the microphone is.
I love where this microphone is.
It's convenient. Right?
It is so convenient. I don't feel like there's something blocking your mouth. Well, my mouth or my. Fuck off. You got a drink? The drink from the seat?
No.
That's how we switch.
I don't want your stupid soda.
You really gonna do that now?
Listen, it's election time.
We better get ready for the. Well.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
This is a real coin flip.
I don't know.
Imagine if that's how the election was ever done.
Just a coin flip.
Call it in the air. Trump, you're already president, so you call. Heads.
Tails.
Heads it is. That coin was definitely not made in China. It was made in good.
The coin we're using, I've heard it's the best coin. People tell me it's the best coin. It's my
It's
coin.
made in America. Made in one of my factories in America. Shit, he hasn't even lost him. We're already ragging on him. Do you need help?
Nope.
I mean, it almost feels like it'd be more effective over there.
I had it over there,
but
I can't remember the reason why.
I can't remember either. I know we've had this discussion before. I'm having my soda.
There was a reason why I moved it. I don't remember.
It's okay.
I don't remember what it was.
It's okay. Jesus!
What?
It's not 12 and afraid to get out of your basement.
Well, you never know. There we go. It's a little bit better. Now it doesn't feel like it's reaching. Talking to me.
Let's switch back. You messed with my side. Stop the.
Ah, see, I'm over there. I'm over there just like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This is just convenient because this is over here. And it comes over my shoulder. Right to my mouth. Yours is sad and droopy.
Well, you talking about coming over your shoulder, and mine went fuck now. Sorry, folks at home.
What's up, everybody?
Hey!
This is election night, and this is how we're fucking doing this. I only got a couple of stories, because the biggest story is the election, which I have pulled up here.
Hey, there we go.
Let's see where we're at right now.
Look at that.
So far, Trump's up 19-3. It's like a sporting event.
Wait
with,
a second.
Was it 19% reporting? I think it was.
Hey, there it is. Look at that.
Oh, what do we got? Trump's in
My beard's attached. So,
what do we got? We got Trump is actually so far
Hold on, guys.
It's only 1% reporting.
You're on the other side.
Only 1% in Virginia.
Bring on to the other side. Bring it on through.
Holy shit. Just like 10 minutes ago, Georgia was reporting and Kamala Harris was up by like 10. Now Trump's up by about 3.5 in Georgia. 3% reporting, though. So super early. Super early, people. 62 in Florida. I kind of figured Trump was going to turn that red, but...
Yeah, I got it.
He's still working on that.
Shut up. But look, now I don't feel like I have a mic here. I feel like I'm looking over the mic. Because now...
Just make sure
yeah,
you're...
the symbol, I know, I'm not stupid.
When the... Oh, wait. Hey, what's up, everybody? I can see you now.
See, now I can see your mouth. You can see my mouth. The symbol's right there, so obviously the sound, I'm seeing it's picking up very well. I like this.
It's better, right? Why didn't you do that before? Oh.
Fuck you.
Oh, they're both gone.
No, this one's mine. You gotta pick that up. I'm sorry. Well, it's right there, dude. You just ran it over.
I'll just pick up one of these many other ones that are over here. How about baseball one for the Yankees that lost the World Series?
Oh, really, dude? You had to go there?
I have to. You want to know why? We earned this presidential race because we had to watch the 49ers lose in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And then the Yankees lose in the World Series. We're owed one.
The worst part is, folks at home, in case you haven't realized, he's a big Niners fan. Ironically enough, so am I. He's a big Yankees fan. Ironically enough, I'm a Yankees fan too. Notice how I'm saying you're a big sports, you're a big this team fan. I'm just saying I'm a fan.
Well, I can't
tell you dick sizes or IQs or where they went to college.
Big fans. Like I used to watch the baseball. I used to watch every single game, especially in college. But I had the time. Like I haven't sat down and watched a full game in any sport in years. Like literally years. I've watched wrestling events. That's convenient because you can just I can go down and turn the TV on the next morning and just there it is, the live event from the night before. It's like, fuck, man, I got shit. Like doing a show or something. Like last weekend, we did a show and they're having the Saudi Arabia show. I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it the next day. So I can sit down and watch those shows, which I didn't even watch that start to finish because I already knew what happened because, TikTok. But you can't do that with like football and baseball. It's just not the same. For whatever reason, it's just not the same. So I don't. I watch highlights. For NFL, I go on YouTube and watch the highlights. So it condenses a 3-hour game into 12 minutes. And that's how I keep...
about the amount of time they put into writing out the script for the NFL games. I mean, the WWE wrestling matches.
Yeah. And all the insurance and everything, sports entertainment, whatever. And wrestling, too.
Tax code.
Yeah. So, I'm not huge on any of those anymore, but let me turn that down so I can actually keep train of thought. Yeah, so...
Jill Stein has 0 electoral votes. How do they already have electoral votes?
They won the state. Kentucky's won. Trump already won Kentucky.
How? The polls don't close till midnight.
Well, here's what I don't understand. Like, there's some, for what's reporting, 13% reporting, there's no way, right? 17 for Indiana. And they were already... What they also do is they'll look at registered voters and how many have voted. So even if all...
You mean the people that should be the only people that should be voting?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you bring that up. I had this article.
Real quick, funny story. You know where our local voting was, right?
Right.
I pulled out my ID. Oh, we don't need that. I go, you should still verify it.
Yeah, they didn't take it at all. No, we don't need that.
I go, well, you should.
They just asked for your name,
your address,
and your address.
Which I told them, I go, it's this one. And the reason you should verify it, because I handed it to her this time, I go, flip it over. Oh, that's not the same address. I'm like, Look in the system again. Oh, amended by the Department of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah.
Addresses match. I go, so I could have voted twice.
Yeah.
I only voted once.
And he only voted 3 times. But you bring up that, and it says, this is this morning, this is from James O'Keefe, which that was the name I was trying to fucking think of last week.
Yeah.
Media group undercover, Philly City Commissioner's office tells non-citizens they can vote if they are Philly residents. I think it was tax code. As long as they have a tax code, non-citizens can vote.
Which I'm okay with. If you're over here on a work visa, you're obeying the laws. Oh, excuse me. That I could genuinely get on board with. If you're over here 5, 10, 15 years, you keep renewing your work visa, you keep paying taxes, you follow the law, you do everything by the books, as per the normal U.S. citizen while you're trying to become a U.S. citizen.
Right.
Okay. You're a contributing member of society. You obey the laws. Therefore, you should get some say in the matter.
Right. See if there's...
It's like when Piggy held the conch. Motherfucker didn't pick up his fingers for helping for nothing. The entire movie. No wonder he got pushed off the cliff.
He didn't get pushed off the cliff. He had the rock pushed on him. You remember the one from the movie? Where the big rock just bounces off his head, then he dies. Where I got in trouble because when we watched that movie in school, I went... Like I could... You know, like that laugh comes out and you can't hold it back. Well, I did that in school. When we watched the movie, it was supposed to be this dramatic scene, like, oh, and then this fucking massive styrofoam rock, like the size of a chair, like a recliner, comes off of a cliff and goes, boom, and then it falls. I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was so bad.
What did the teacher say?
Like, that's not funny. It was.
Maybe if you're a 50-year-old that has been washed up with nothing left to live for. How you doing, Mr. So-and-so?
No, it's Mrs. But...
Who cares? Jesus Christ.
What's up?
Bust up.
The Philadelphia City Commissioner's office was caught on undercover video telling non-citizens they can vote if they are Philly residents. This is why the Biden-Harris regime has flooded the U.S. with nearly 20 million illegal aliens. Non-governmental organizations, was it CEIBA? CEIBA? Mm-hmm. All right, was caught telling non-citizens they can vote if they have an ITIN number. They're telling people that all you need is what's called an ITIN number, and you can vote if you're a non-citizen of the United States. The NGO workers flipped out, and James O'Keefe called him an asshole. This asshole is fucking with us, one of the workers shouted in the bullhorn as James O'Keefe confronted him. No. Whoop. Jeez. There was a video, too, on X. This is pretty much what this is going to be, kind of a really low maintenance laid back episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to be scrolling X and paying attention to the Google thing. I got Tim Pool playing in the background. They're going to be going the whole thing. They start at 6 tonight, and they usually start at 8. And they're going, and I think Pennsylvania is not closing till 10 because they had a glitch in the system, naturally. Quick fix. But of all fucking, like, all right, so we talk about, like, the NFL being scripted and MLB and, you know, all this shit. Of all states that just happen to have a glitch, all eyes over the last month or so have been on Pennsylvania. And lo and behold, the one state that has this glitch where we have to extend the voting an hour before we know, well, before they close, we don't even know when they'll know, it's Pennsylvania. You know, like, Triple H is writing the fucking script for this, too.
You mean Vince McMahon?
He's starting a new organization, I guess. Not I don't know if it's wrestling. Some entertainment, something or other. Probably be like the Hub. It's going to be the Chub.
Dookie Hub?
Yeah.
The blank hub.
That's some good shit.
The blank hub.
Blank, yeah.
Blank entertainment.
If he does that, we should send in our episode and demand royalties. I'll take a couple $1,000s every month. I don't need something big.
Pay my mortgage.
Yeah, a few thousand.
I don't even want a few thousand. Pay my mortgage.
No, I'm greedy. A few thousand every month. So you can pay my mortgage and my truck. And my groceries. And everything else is fuck you money. And I can build my show even bigger. But yeah. What the hell is that? What were we talking about before that? Oh, yeah. So Pennsylvania. They're going to extend it even further. And I saw a video on X a little earlier. I think it was Libs of TikTok. They had a car. What? I wish I knew. Oh, there it is, right there. It says Libs of TikTok recently revealed footage shows a U.S. Postal Service worker allegedly tossing 300 mailers in favor of a New Jersey Republican rep into a dumpster outside a supermarket. There is no evidence, this is quote, there is no evidence of election fraud, end quote, from Democrats. And yet, there's a video.
He's caught on CCTV.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Honestly,
they're not wrong. There's no... If that guy walks right out and says, I had no affiliation with any political party, I did this because I don't like this person.
That's still fraud. It doesn't, whether he's part of a party or not.
They're not committing the fraud.
Well, no, no one said.
And that's going to be their argument.
No,
we're not doing
their
it.
argument is there's no election fraud. It's not. Their argument isn't Democrats didn't commit fraudulent activities during an election. They said there is no election fraud, which there is. And even if someone went and did this on their own volition, had nothing to do with any politics, it's like that guy fucking Joe is an asshole, and he throws his shit away. That's still fraud.
Touche.
And there's fraud every single election, everywhere.
Yeah.
There's fucking fraud everywhere. We can't have voter ID, though. We can't have voter ID. I think it's funny that you go, here's my ID. We don't need that. I think it's California that they actually made it illegal to ask for someone's ID to vote.
Yes.
Yeah. Who was it? Someone, was it fucking... Was it Phil Labonte from All That Remains, or he was talking about it, or maybe it was him. Someone he knows, or he presented his ID just to present it in Cali, and he said the only way I can describe it is when they looked at it like they were like it was a fucking cross to Dracula or something. They're like. You know what's funny? Though? Going with the whole voter ID thing. Today, I was at work. And there was an announcement. And they said, if you have a guest coming to their dance, someone from out of the district, they have to have a photo ID. So I was walking up the stairs and I couldn't help myself. I just said it out loud. It was like I thought out loud. I'm like, you can't get into a dance with a photo ID, but we can elect the leaders of the free world. It's logic. Makes sense to me. Whoa. Whoops. 23-3, West Virginia. Of course, West Virginia, though. Zero reporting. 0% reporting. Yeah, they already won. This is how they do it every year. It's like, we'll just fucking throw a dart and like... Oh! Speaking of, like, a watch party, basically, throwing darts. So, each...
A rainbow party? Never been to one of those.
Yeah, you know. Each candidate has a watch party, during elections.
Yeah.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Of course, right?
Like with Clinton and Trump.
Yeah.
And
So
this is our fight song. One of the best TikToks ever.
you see someone took her face and put it like in the back of a garbage truck.
No.
Like during, because of the whole Joe Biden saying like, they're
Oh,
the only trash I see or the only garbage.
The only garbage I see is
his supporters. Yeah. Well, they took that girl from 2016 and put her head into the back of a garbage can and then played her like as the garbage truck was driving away. The internet, you gotta love it. So yeah, right. So both parties have their watch party during the election, so they can see how's it going, blah blah blah. Well, I guess Joe Biden declined to go to Kamala Harris's watch party, and he's watching the whole thing from his own place 2 miles away from Kamala Harris. And to boot, this is only rumor, and this is from like one person in the White House, so take this with a huge grain of salt. To boot, allegedly, Jill Biden wrote in Joe Biden's name on her ballot and voted for Joe.
The president can vote?
Jill Biden.
Oh.
Yeah. His wife.
Can the current sitting president actually elect?
I don't know. There's something to look up. See if he votes for himself. Come on, man. I'm not done yet.
That's the kind of guy you want to slap him in the ass.
That's the weirdest fucking thing. Did you see during Halloween last week he was nibbling on some kid's fucking feet too?
The baby. That's not weird.
I think that's weird.
No, because every baby, when they're babies, you bite their hands. You just
I
play.
didn't.
You were also dropped on your head as a child. As were we all. Or, in my case, you ate paint chips as a kid. Okay?
And that's why you're chewing on babies now. So is
The
Joe.
adrenochrome, bro.
So is Joe. You wanted to get to that adrenochrome earlier. It's like, I know it's in there.
Can the current president
Chew on babies.
vote for in the presidential there it is, election?
It's up 32-3. How are they? They're the same thing I am. Mine's. Do I have to update it?
Hit F5.
F5. Nope.
What is what's theirs say?
Theirs says 32. I don't know. Yeah, see? 32.
There we go.
Huh.
Can the current president vote in the current election? It's not loading up.
It's Joe, so give us some time. He's the one answering you right now.
Hey, there we go.
Hey!
Okay, absolutely. In fact, it's a given that every 4 years on election day, one of the most almost mandatory camera shots of the election will be the current president casting their ballot, generally back home where they lived before becoming president.
I don't think Joe likes Kamala at all.
Oh, hell no.
I think that's pretty well...
Oh, please, come on.
I'm being, pretty modest here, but I think that's pretty well
Bring it on.
established. Huh?
Do you remember the cheerleading movie, Bring It On? Like early 2000s?
Yeah, but...
There was a lot of fucking girls in cheerleading costumes. Please, what were you, gay?
What the fuck does that have to do with what we're talking
The
about?
cheerleader that takes over as the head cheerleader, the old head cheerleader who's still on the team, was like she kind of sabotages her fucking reign.
Leave it to my colleague to bring up a teen movie from 25 fucking years ago, or whatever it was, to compare to the 2024 presidential election.
I'm right though.
Okay.
With what you're talking about,
I'm not denying it, but I guess. But
Indiana Jones and mud. Kill him with the crystal skull. Takes his hat back. I don't fucking think so. Indiana's Joe
yeah,
Biden.
but you know what the clear difference there is?
Mud dies.
Yeah, they killed him off. And
Kamala.
oh my god.
Joke, people. Fucking great. We're getting swatted.
Except that they that was in the opposite order though. They're just trying to write Joe right off. But I think Joe's pissed at the whole thing, the way it happened.
Yeah, because he could have done a lot better.
He was. No, I'm not saying he could have. I'm just strictly Joe, talking for Joe, as a person. I think he's pissed that the establishment is like, no, Joe, you're out. I think Joe wanted to go again. I think Joe's wife wanted him to run more than Joe wanted to run because Jill had some power. She had some pull. Plus, they could have pardoned Hunter. I think Jill wanted to do that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But doesn't look like it's going to happen now.
Sorry, Jill.
But I think that's one of the reasons why they're staying back at the White House, and allegedly Jill's writing in Joe.
See, now that it's set up like this, I keep catching, the light keeps blocking. That's actually, I like it. The light's not right in my eye now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just trying to help out. I can see it. Your eye's dark.
It's because of the shade. I don't have a black eye.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Blink once or wink twice if you know how to blink and you're winking.
Oh, no. I'm the Cyclops doctor. Don't I? What am I, winking or blinking?
You'll never know.
Misfits.
Yeah, so evidently
They fucking throw a donut at him.
he wants nothing to do with the whole Kamala Party thing. The party that wants to save democracy, but then they install a candidate with no votes, no electoral process, no primary process.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
I read somewhere there is a loophole, and they exploited it.
Which is?
Loophole. It's the sex that God can't see.
What? Is that how it was exploited? Jeez.
She took it up the poop chute. Remember Frank Zappa.
But Contingent Brown.
No, but hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, 12% reporting. 76 reporting for Florida. That's pretty much going to be a clear win. Oh, 12% in Georgia. Oh my God. Trump's up 62 to 37 in Georgia. South Carolina. I think that's why. Actually, yeah, because was it over the weekend? I heard that Kamala Harris, her campaign had pulled all advertising out of Georgia. It was like 1.2 or $3 million to focus it on Pennsylvania because they're like, all right, we're not going to win this, so this is pointless. So that really isn't a surprise that Georgia is going red.
After 14 million people chose Biden during the primary, Johnson said it will be very interesting to see if the so-called party of democracy, the Democrats, go into a back room somewhere and switch it out and put someone else at the top of the ticket.
Right.
Johnson promised that the legal hurdles in some of these states could be litigated.
Right. Wasn't it like 10 states? Something about there was like Something about 10 states when they did this, they're like, well, because these 10 states allows it somehow it allows them to be able to like just install.
Yes. That's the loophole. I guess it had to be, unlike the 34 counts that Trump was brought up on.
The misdemeanors?
You guys don't all have to be agreed. You guys don't have to all convict him of the same thing. You just all think he's guilty of something.
Yeah, which is
As long as it wasn't, I guess it was like majority rule. The loophole kind of,
right.
The way I read it, because the majority of the country's states allowed for it to happen, there's really nothing in the states that don't allow it could do anything about it.
See, it wasn't...
That's why the keywords could be litigated.
Clearly, there was nothing like blatantly illegal about it because nothing came about it. It was just one of those things you're like, okay. For me, anyway, it was one of those things
I remember the process.
Well, not even that. It was, okay, you are a party that screams about democracy, and democracy is majority rule. That's what it is. And you went and did something with no rule. Like, no majority at all. It's just like, okay, we're going to get your vote for this guy. But how about we go with her instead? And then the media went gung-ho. They went full steam ahead. Kamala Harris is the savior, even though like she was hated, like the most least popular vice president in the history of the nation. It had to have been, if not pretty fucking close to it. And then suddenly the media is like, she is the second coming. Like, just like that.
Second coming a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, just like, what are you doing?
Moving it back. I got used to that light in my eye, and now it's fucking moving so much.
Are you moving it the right direction? You got to go backwards.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey, except this one's reverse.
Yeah,
because it's righty loosey, lefty tighty. So
yeah.
I am going to the left. Jesus Christ! Now I know why you went so hard on it. Yeah, that's better. Now the light's in my eye. I'm used to it. Oh God, it's so fucking bright.
Well, I can.
Oh, it's fine.
Is that better, people? Is that better, people? Is that better? You're not being blinded now? I'm used to being blinded in this eye.
Oh, God.
Reminds me of when Trump looked at the eclipse.
Guy has built-in solar shades.
He's the guy, the definition of I don't give a fuck. No, don't look at it. Fuck you and the eclipse. The eclipse just goes, ooh. I think that's why a lot of people like Trump. I think that's why a lot of foreign leaders feared him, because he would buddy up with all these people, but then also he would be a threat. Like he told Putin, and it's like, if you, what was it? I think I was actually talking about Ukraine. He said, if you invaded Ukraine, I will launch nukes at you. And then,
never did it while Trump was in office.
Well, then Putin was like, no, you won't. He said, maybe I won't, but I might. And Putin himself said, even if there's a 5% chance he will, that's enough. That was enough for him not to do anything. Because Trump was like, was it a leader of the Taliban?
Yeah.
There's one there.
Leader of Al-Qaeda.
Yeah. He sent the picture of him.
It was in a meeting. He pulls out a picture of his house and goes, kill another American. I'm going to drop the bomb on you.
He slid him a picture of this house. Like, why are you giving me this? It's like, you figure it out. And he just fucking walked out of the room.
No, like people have encountered. Apparently, it was.
See, I have heard both stories. Like, I heard one that's like, either way, it's like whatever he said.
You don't fuck with the guy that just showed you a picture of your mistress.
And then he just walks out of that room like, like that.
He walked out of the room and had to pull his fucking 20-pound cock behind him.
Same thing with Kim Jong-un. He's like, yeah, me and Kim Jong-un were buddies and blah, blah, blah. But he goes, I got a bigger red button. I got a red button too. Mine's bigger. It's a better red button. It's shinier.
Made in America.
People tell me it's a good red button. I don't know. That's what they tell me. They said it's the best red button.
Every time I hit that red button, a storm's a brewing.
But like he do shit like that.
It's pretty stormy out when I hit that button.
Like Jeff Daniels.
If I have enough Jack Daniels and I hit that red button, it gets awfully stormy.
Stormy, you want some Daniels? I'm talking about Stormy Daniels.
She's not made in China. Her tits were, though. Jesus Christ. Did you ever see her naked?
No.
You're not missing much.
Oh, thanks. It's one I never... There's nothing in me that I'm like, I wonder. I did.
Oh, there was something in you.
I did.
You just don't remember it.
That's right.
That's
why I went, I wonder. Nah.
Thank you, Hypno.
Thank you, Slow Gas Leak. No, I did during the whole thing. I'm like, what's this broad look like? So I looked.
So on shrooms, you have a pillow fight and you get sober and you realize it's a baby.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
It's not a down pillow.
You remember the first time you had sex? Remember the song you heard? I remember mine.
I bet you I could top anyone in here.
Bum, bum, ba,
I can still feel her beard.
Oh God! Just to have a beer with David Tell. You know what? Okay, you know what I'd love to sit down with?
Oh,
comedian. What's your dream round table? 3 comedians.
Comedians?
3 of them.
3 comedians. Boy, I don't know.
I already know mine.
I'd have to think. Go ahead and share yours. I'd have to think about that one.
George Carlin, Richard Pryor, David Tell. George Carlin, because he could literally tell you anything. And he could literally read the newspaper and give you a fucking 1-hour stand-up special on everything in that paper. He was just good at tying everything together. And he had the delivery. You know? Richard Pryor, because Richard Pryor was like, look, he laid the groundwork for the filthy talk. They're lying, motherfuckers. They're grabbing his dick, chugging on it, making jokes about the black community, the white community. He didn't like.
Yeah, his stand-up was pretty brutal back in the day.
I'm not saying he invented the brutal.
No, neither am I. It was good, but
he knew how to. He could any barrier that had been pushed, he could do it, and it was one of those things where it was like, I shouldn't laugh, but I am. People before that, when they laughed at the dark jokes, it was, yeah, I agree. That's why it's funny.
Now, all right, who's your third?
And just David Tell. David Tell, because he had that fucking warped sense of humor.
We're talking about a round table. We're talking about sit down, discuss, and just everything's ad lib. No, pretty much what we do, just ad lib.
Just sit down with these 3
bullshitting.
Bullshit, yes.
Okay.
You could talk about anything: sports, sex, politics, current state of affairs. You could talk about history. You could talk about fucking anything. I have one in my head I think you might say, but God, I want to hear yours.
Dave Chappelle, Louis Black, Theo Vaughn.
I was right, Louis Black.
Louis Black. He during the pandemic, he went very left wing.
Yeah.
But he's really the one that got me into analyzing politics the way we look at it and being like, just the comedy in it. Even though some of the shit is like, what the fuck? But just, that's really the one before the pandemic, the one that made me look at politics. Like, that was during the Bush administration.
Yeah.
And he helped me understand what was going on through humor. So he'd look at it and be like, you know, this is what's going on.
That was George Carlin for me.
This is what's going on. George Carlin was sort of politics, but he was more the state of everyone, not just politics. Like, Louis Black was.
No, that's what I meant, like
politics.
current events.
Yeah. But
like, he could sit there and give you humor and make you understand anything. The Catholic Church touching boys, the government, the way it's being ran right now, economy, Wall Street, foreign affairs.
The thing with George Carlin, and this is as he got older, I think he understood more and more how everything was and how fucked everyone was. But he had a little more doom and gloom outlook on it. So you could see it reflected in his stand-up acts.
Near the end, yeah.
He became like more just like cynical. It wasn't so much about the punchline. It was just more like, I got a message to deliver, and this is the stage I'm going to use to do it.
Yeah.
Which you know what, it was fine. Like his last one there. What the hell was the name of it? I can't. The one where he's wearing like the black sweatpants and sweatshirt.
Yeah,
he was like the old. Yeah, he was old. It was good.
Yeah,
but he was just mostly going up there and be like, this is the way shit is. Like it wasn't really a comedy show. I enjoyed it, but that's what that kind of became. Dave Chappelle, because like bar none, he's the best comedian maybe ever.
I'll give you, he's the GOAT.
He is incredible.
He's the GOAT.
Like yeah. And he ad libs like awesome. Like back in his early days when he'd go on Howard Stern to when he was on Joe Rogan and he just popped in, like he's good. That would be a fun conversation because he's just kind of a real guy. Even when he got too big or things got too big around him, he walked away from it. He's like, I don't want to fucking turn into one of these, yuppies. And who else did I say? Theo. Yeah, Theo Vaughn. Because that's another guy. I guess that's what it is all three of these are like just regular guys who just happen to be really fucking good at what they do. They're all regular guys, and that's, I think, what everyone wants to talk to. Like, everyone wants to talk to the regular guy who can just...
You're sitting there talking to regular guys. I'm talking to guys. Well, one guy in particular talked about doing drugs and banging unconscious girls.
But, like... but that's what everyone... What does everyone want nowadays? Including, like... including, like, myself, and I dare to speak for everybody else. Everyone wants the regular guy.
Yeah, but it's you know what?
I don't want, like, the celebrity endorsement. I don't want any of that.
See, I think that's why I put Dave Attell on there. We all want the regular guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Dave Attell's just over the top, that's all.
George Carlin was a regular guy. Yeah. Richard Pryor, a real guy.
I don't know, because I've seen his stand-up, but I've never watched any, like, interviews or just, like, sit-down bullshit, long form.
It's like watching Morgan Freeman.
Unfortunately for us, and people like Richard Pryor, podcasts weren't a thing when he was around. I think people like that, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, I think that could have been incredible if, say, like there was a Joe Rogan back then. Oh, absolutely. Or if they were still around. Because sitting down and listening to long-form conversation, it shows all these stars or unobtainables in this whole different light and be like, oh, fuck, they're just a regular person. This last week on Joe Rogan has been fucking wild. Trump was on, and then J.D. Vance was on, and then, what's his face? Fetterman.
Oh,
John Fetterman?
Yep.
He was on, and then Elon drops in.
Yes.
And he talks, and then Joe endorses Trump last night, which just like on an X post, he goes on, he puts on the link for the Elon thing. He said, I think Elon has the best argument for, why Trump is a guy, blah, blah, blah. And he said, and I agree with him. And in case you're wondering, yes, that sounds like an endorsement for Trump because it is, or something along those lines. Oh, wow, that jumped up. Of course those states are going to go. Like, New York's going to go to Harris. I already saw that. California will go to Harris.
Yeah.
I think it'll be
go blue, red.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little closer than what people think. Like, right now you're going to get...
Nope.
Right now...
Trump got Florida.
Yeah. Right now you're going to get, like, the obvious states.
Yeah.
Like, New York we won't see until after 9 o'clock, because polls close at 9, so that won't be till after
Except
9.
for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the latest polls, minus Pennsylvania...
Jesus, go back to that.
What?
No, zoom out. It showed like the percentages when you hovered over the state.
Oh, yeah. Hey. Hello?
They hacked your computer.
Probably. There we go.
Hover over PA. 72.
Oh, 72% for, yeah. But 3% reporting. So you can't...
Yeah.
Like right now, the 33% reporting. And that's only 130,000 and 49,000. Like, that's nowhere near. So, and I don't know how they did their mail-in ballots. I'm not sure of that one. Like, they don't have any numbers for New York yet. Yeah. Oh yeah, so 8%. Well, here's 8%, but apparently it's just Dallas reporting in Texas. Right now, Texas is blue. Yeah. That's what I fear. Exactly what she just said right there. Yeah, see, 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9, 9, 10. Oh, Arizona's 10 o'clock, too. What the fuck? California's 11? Of course
4
they
hours
are.
blind.
For fucking what? Oh, for us. Yeah, you're right. So that's, yeah. 3 hours. So it'll be 8 o'clock. Oh, this is right now. No, that's 11 p.m. Eastern. What the... Oh, yeah, it'll be...
Because it'll be 9
fucking 8 o'clock for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. God, what the fuck's wrong with you, Charlie? I'm trying to do math with the alphabet. But yeah, she was talking about, like, you know, we could go to bed, like it could look a certain way, then we could go to bed, and then
And it'll spike, yeah.
Yeah, you remember like last election cycle when it was like, and I'm like, wait a minute. What that actually was is whoever was drawing the graph just kind of passed out in the middle of the jump. Oh, must have continue on right here. Good enough. Yeah, but what's that?
Well, I finally downloaded CapCut for TikTok to edit videos.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually like upload a video that's not like off your recording.
Yeah.
You can just download the video to your phone, do some sounds, some stuff like that. And I figured I'd try one.
Okay.
It's pretty good, I think. If you could mute that really quick, just turn the volume down or something.
You could download videos from TikTok right to your phone. Well, I got to program it. Okay.
So,
But show me what you got. What do you create?
That's not what I wanted. Hold on.
Oh, he's doing something. He's beating
Here we go.
me.
So here we go. This is the video. So I saw. Okay.
What? No context. Just watch.
Yep. Okay.
What the hell are you?
What? Reason number 1997: Why the halls of Valhalla await you.
Oh wait, you.
Okay.
You know the movie.
The hell movie is this? Is it Brendan Fraser?
No. Volcano.
Oh.
With Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I like Dante's Peak more. What the? Looks like Brendan Fraser.
Everybody's been using that audio clip from Deadpool.
All right.
Oh my God, it's loud.
A little bit.
Remember when he jumps in the lava?
Yeah, he does. He
throws
jump and
the-
he throws the kid and he goes like ridiculously far or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that would never happen. He'd go like 3 feet in front.
But still, he jumped in the lava to save somebody. It's pretty fucking cool. And he's melts in like seconds.
Bye, Terminator. First of all, if he dropped in there like that, all the moisture in his body would cause that fucking lava to start bubbling and erupt. Jeez. Don't they know anything? Oh, what do you got? Oh, Donald Trump took the lead in Texas. Yeah, because now it's not just Dallas reporting. But that was also expected. Look at 0% reporting. Donald Trump wins. What the fuck? Huh. This president, Senate. What do we got for the Senate? GOP right now is leading the Senate. What about the House? GOP is leading the House. What about governors? Same, 22-20. Huh. Predictions. 72% chance of winning. Well, we'll see. Boy, it's going to be a long one.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe not, though. Maybe. I mean, they had some markets where it's be like, oh, it's going to be like 13 days, or it's till the 13th before we know who wins. Like, fuck you, and fuck, what are you talking about? It's so stupid.
It should be by fucking 8 p.m., November 6th.
No, it should be at the end of today. There's all these other countries throughout the world that can do elections and have it counted and ready to go at the end of the night, by like midnight, maybe 2 in the morning. We can.
8 a.m.
And they use paper fucking ballots. So tell me how that one works. They can do it with paper ballots. Our machines cost, what, 10, 20 times more than all this shit?
And be like, in other countries, it's, God, put your piece of paper in the left if you want this guy, the right if you want this guy.
You want the right, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. It won't.
Why isn't the left working?
It's like $1 in a fucking vending machine. Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
The line's fucking long. Oh, just put in the other one, for fuck's sake. Oh, that one went quick.
In fact, it counted as 20.
Yeah.
This is an election fraud.
Did you see the Prop 1? Did you read into that?
So here's the thing. When did you first find out about it?
When you sent me that.
Okay.
No fucking idea.
Same fucking thing. I had to look it up yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you actually read into it,
I posted on it. I posted on it.
It's fucked.
And the way
it's worded, it's got this.
It's deceiving.
Hey, extremely. Hey, we're doing this so that you really want equality.
Yeah. Well, it's deceiving because okay, so there's this Prop 1 in New York State.
For New York, yeah.
And the way it's written, and it's really deceiving on the ballot, the ticket, because it's two fucking sentences. So the way it's written is it's about, equality, non-discriminatory clauses, or discrimination in regards to religion, race, sex, gender, whatever, age, name it. And they said, this is a proposition for...
Holy fuck, 270 to 12. How did Trump lose?
How did he lose? Yeah, how did he lose? But how did he lose fucking electoral votes?
How did he lose when he already won?
Yeah.
Wait, everything's for one. Everything for... Well, hey, I just got here, buddy.
Hey, what happened? The way it's written is... Yeah, so... That's what it's perceived to be about is like, listen, this is about equality. We want this in the workplace. We want this when it comes to hiring, schools, whatever. Which, fine, yeah, of course. Anyone with a common sense be like, yeah, no shit. That's without saying. The problem is, and I put this on my post online. I'm like, the way they're talking about this, they want to add this and codify it and add to the state constitution. Problem is most of that, what they have in there, is already in the state constitution. That should be in all state constitutions.
But where the fucking devil in the details is, if you actually look into it, it opens the gate for, okay, you can now compete in women's sports.
Exactly.
No questions asked.
Exactly. They slip that in. And they're like, they have everything else. If you read the proposition, they have everything else that's already in the state constitution. It's already fucking there. So they add that. The thing that pissed me off is when you read the proposal, they add everything that's in the proposal that's already in the Constitution. So they like mask it. And then they're like, oh yeah, and gender affirming care and this, blah, blah, blah. And then they go into shit that's already in the Constitution again. So they slip that in. And that's the reading the proposal itself.
Like they did with the border. Hey, we got this $1 billion border proposition that'll shut it down. Oh, but you have to, if you agree to this, you also have to let us get billions back to Ukraine. And Republicans were like, no, take that out. Well, it's this or nothing. And if you shoot this down, the border not closing, it's your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But what they did, when they did that, it's like, well, now what they'll do, and I can almost, like I said, because I flipped it over, the ballot over, and I read it. I'm like, it's 2 fucking sentences, and they don't even clarify everything that's in the proposition. So people are going to go there, not know what the hell they're talking about, and be like, oh yeah, equality, and they're going to vote yes. Which I'm like, and then what's going to happen is 6 months, a year, whatever down the line, when something happens, and then there's this case that gets brought. It's like this guy was playing in this girl's sport and just like fucking annihilated her, and whatever it is, contact sport, whatever the fuck it is, or a guy in a girl's back, pick the situation. And they'll be like, well, that shouldn't be. It's like, well, the state voted yes for this. It's in the Constitution. There's nothing you can do. Like, I already fucking know how this is going to go.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, yeah, when you sent it to me, I'm like, the fuck? I didn't even hear about this. So I looked into it last night. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, wait, what's the state constitution? And I'm reading, I'm like, fucking most of this shit's already in there. So the whole thing was just masked onto it. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Like, what kind of bullshit? And then added on to boot, just continuing on with like politics in New York, Kathy Hochul's comments about if you
vote Trump, you're anti-women,
anti-American, anti-woman, you're like the whole racist rhetoric, Nazi, which is the Nazi one's always special to me. I'm like,
she literally, I think she was watching a lot of like how to get hyped up for the elections by Sleepy Joe. If you don't vote for me, then you ain't black.
Seriously. You know what's really special with the Nazi comments that are always made? It's like Trump's a Nazi and his supporters are like half. Well, Hillary Clinton's the one's like half of his voter base is deplorables, and like, wow. They say Trump supporters are a bunch of neo-Nazis, and yet these are the same people that support Ukraine, which harbor neo-Nazis who are in their politics. So, what the fuck? But yeah, I mean, Trump supporters, we've been called neo-Nazis, racist, sexist, anti-American, anti-Jewish, anti-everything. Everything bad that could be pinned on us. Deplorables.
I'm not going to sit there and say...
Party of love.
I'm not... Party of joy.
Yeah, joy too. Joy Behar.
I'm not going to sit there and say I'm a Trump supporter or I'm a Kamala or a Harris supporter. I'm not going to say that. I've never been one specific candidate supporting. I will always choose whether it's left, right, down the middle. Excuse me. It doesn't matter who it is. As long as you bring the best to the
what's
table.
best for the country.
Exactly.
And that's why
I'm an America supporter.
That's why I'm a Trump supporter this year. Absolutely. I was in 2020. I wasn't in 2016. Because in 2016, it's like, okay, we got a fucking murderer, basically, and we have a fucking TV, star. Fuck us.
Worked for Reagan.
It did. And, for my bank account and war-wise, like foreign affairs, it worked for us, too, from 16 to 20. But I didn't know he was a Nazi. That one went right over my head. I guess I missed that. Yeah. So... No, because I've voted Democrat, I've voted Independent before, voted Conservative. I thought about throwing one of my votes and going like Green Party or something
Like Jill? She's, she's not. Like, if you actually look into her, she does have some, I guess, moxie?
Like moxicillin? Moxie?
No.
Like
some, hey, she could.
like what?
Like, she's always, she's big. She's like that kind of. You ask her, oh, God. I feel like a lefty right now. It's a female of color, okay? That's why you should vote for her.
Charlie Kirk's grilling you right now.
No,
tell me your favorite accomplishment of Kamala Harris. Tell me an accomplishment of Kamala Harris. She's not Trump.
She just seems to have a good. She actually seems like she has a good head on her shoulders. She's willing to approach the subjects that nobody wants to talk about.
Well, apparently not you either.
She's actually gone out there and said, look.
What are her policies, though?
I don't know too much about her policies, but this is one of the things that she said that kind of...
You do sound like a lefty.
Hold on, no, hear me out.
I like her hair.
This is one of the things she said that kind of was like, You know how you've talked about, like, the unsolvables? Mm-hmm. Like abortion, gun rights. She goes, we really can't address those because they're never going to go away.
No, they won't.
She goes, what we need to focus on is the stuff that actually matters, that affects us today and will affect us in the long run.
See, that's probably why she's running in a Green Party, because if you say something like that in the big stage, Democrat or Republican, you'll tank your campaign.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. We have to, especially for the left, if you say we can't do anything about abortion, we have to talk about things that actually affect us, the left will go, fuck that and fuck you.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. So no wonder why she's in the Green Party. But I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see. Put an end to shameful legacy of systematic discrimination against women, black and brown people, indigenous people. Deep. Her platform. See, it'd be nice if Kamala Harris had a fucking platform. We actually knew what she wanted to do, not just continuing what Biden did, which is continuing what Obama did, which is just basically the establishment machine. This is what the party wants. The party. I just watched 1984, and boy, I read the book a year or so ago, and then I just watched the movie, and I'm like, man, every time I have this story cross my path, I listen to it and I'm like, fuck, man, if we're not here or on the cusp. Let's see.
She wants to disband NATO,
which is an interesting take, because you can do that, but you are going to leave a lot of small nations open to be invaded by other nations that don't really like America or NATO. Basically, think of Russia and Ukraine tenfold all over the world. Because NATO, not only it's higher power countries in NATO, but there are a lot of weaker countries who are basically, it's like your little brother running up to you and be like, protect me. That's what NATO is. So if you disband NATO, you are leaving a whole bunch of countries open to be invaded by other countries, which could affect the United States in the long run. Kind of a World War II scenario where we're like, this isn't our fucking shit, until it was. And how many times over would that happen? So disbanding NATO, granted, NATO definitely is guilty of a lot of bad shit. It also is, there's good
one of those,
having NATO there.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, you have the situation like Ukraine has. We want to be in NATO, and Russia's like, you're not going to be in NATO. And the United States is like, well, we could bring them in NATO. Russia's like, fucking bring them in NATO. You're going to fuck with me. So now we're in this thing like, fuck.
So
we're damned if we're do, damned if we're don't.
Unfortunately, like I said, I like her style. I can't get behind. There's some other of her policies that I really don't like. It's kind of about, like the free child health care, which I'm all for, but like the public education from
Right.
preschool to graduate school.
Right.
Where's that money coming from?
For free education?
Yeah, start to finish.
It's got to be us. Where else
Exactly.
would it come from?
Don't agree with that.
No. No, there's a lot of things. And like when I was in my 20s and I was like more liberal and Democrat, and I thought like, yeah, we should have free education, free healthcare. Of course that sounds great. That sounds awesome for everybody else. But then you get older and you start paying fucking taxes and shit, and you realize I'm the one paying for this shit.
It's not free.
No, none of it is. Like it's free on the spot. Like not even. That's the wrong term.
So let me ask you something.
I don't give you money on the spot. I give you. Everyone else gives you money all the rest of the time.
Let me ask you something then. Would you be on board with a free education system if it was only taxed? If it was only tax applicable to people who utilized it? So obviously, that you have a child.
Right.
Up until that child graduates high school,
I pay the tax.
You pay the tax. Now, let's say this child of yours wants to go to graduate school. That child working has to pay on that tax has to pay a tax to enjoy that freedom.
That's basically what they have now. It's just called student loans. But you don't have to pay student loans because you don't have to take them out. So what you're talking about is if I decide, it's like the kid decides to go to college after school. So I paid the taxes while he was
from kindergarten
right.
to 12th
Now
grade.
that kid decides I'm going to go to college. Now he or she or whatever, that kid has to pay taxes on college throughout.
Yeah, like Social Security income tax.
But that tax is that tax going to equal the cost of college?
With enough, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
but then everyone who's not in college would still have to pay those taxes.
No. Let's say 1 million students decided to do this,
Right.
right? And there's government assistance. There's obviously, oh no, that still falls on us the taxes.
Because you have 1 million students. I understand what you're trying to say. Like 1 million students go to school, they pay the taxes on their schooling, but that doesn't work because you're basically, like I said, we have that, but it's student loans. So they have an X amount, but the student loans last for fucking forever. But
It lasts long enough.
You can't do that because those million kids are not going to be able to afford paying taxes on their schooling because their taxes would be like fucking $2,000 a month. It would be like impossible. But that would still have to fall on everybody else paying for it. So there again, I go back to what I said before. It's like, you're like, free education, free
Go back to the
healthcare,
barter system.
free, yeah. What can you give me?
Do you want to get a bachelor's degree in science? Okay.
You better invent something in that science class, boy.
Invent.
You got 3 of them in there.
I know.
Whips.
Where'd the Google map go?
That's not funny. What do we got? Still 95. Theirs is up. They said like 105 or something like that. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, fuck it. Let me see what my phone says.
Right here. Yeah, 105 to 31.
105 to 31.
Yeah.
She lost votes?
So I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. It's like 95 to 35.
Hold on.
So we're looking at New Jersey right now. All right. 95-35. Yeah. All right. That was like 7 minutes ago, though.
Yeah, according to this, it says the same thing you're...
Yeah.
How are they ahead?
I don't know. They're in West Virginia. Oh, no, I don't know where they are. They're actually with the Daily Wire right now. So maybe they're in Florida? It's fucking stupid. Needles. What's the needle say? 105 to 31, yeah.
Refreshing. Still 35.
Let me see if it comes up again. Nevada's going Republican. Yeah, see? Look, 105 to 31. The fuck? But earlier in their episode, it had the same as what I have right here, the 95 to 35. Yeah, it's still 95-35. And I'm on Google election results, and that's what they're on. Can they change theirs on their own? Let me see if I can change this. Look, Donald Trump has 806 modders.
Fucking modders. I know how to kill them.
Fucking modders.
Park a tank on them.
No, you don't kill them. You just get them to quit the fucking session.
And you get the bonus.
Did you jump on Helldivers?
No.
I waited
no,
for you.
sorry.
That's like 3 fucking days. 3 days that I had to write in my military diary. I waited.
Oh, wait.
And I waited and I waited. And this fucker didn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
95-35.
95-35. I don't know where he's getting 105 to 31. He's fucking screwing around here.
Chase Oliver? Who the fuck is Chase Oliver?
Chase Oliver?
Libertarian Party. Robert Kennedy, Independent. There's fucking other candidates.
Yeah.
51,000
Here's the
votes.
thing with Robert Kennedy. He's not running for president. He has 43,000 votes. He announced he's not running for president. He's suspending it. But he's still on the ticket. But now the problem is like, and he's endorsing Trump. So now it's like, well, if he's not running for president and he's getting these votes, I mean, that's still 43,000 votes that Trump.
101. Mine is updated.
Ah! Oh, yep, there it is. So
Unless she loses a state, what state would cost her to lose 4 votes? Oh shit.
14. Yeah, I don't know. 3, 10. Let's see. 4 is New Hampshire. I don't fucking see New Hampshire going red, though. Not in the least. Oh, Harris just jumped up to 49.
Yep.
But that's, again, it's going to be the... they're saying, New Jersey is Kamala Harris, which kind of...
New York has 28 electoral votes.
Yep, 28. Texas is 40. California has, 54? Those are some of the bigger ones. Florida has 30. Pennsylvania has 19, I think. Yeah, 19. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Oh, PA's blue on my screen.
Yeah, I see that. It's up 71. It's only 8% reporting, but...
And according to this, check it out. Can't zoom in. If you look closely, blue. It's blue. PA's blue.
Yeah, it's not
Light blue.
highlighted, but that's what it's leaning right now.
It's a soft blue, not a dark blue.
Yeah, same thing like right here, like Texas and them. They're all...
Yeah.
But that's, like I said, it's 8% reporting, so... And probably...
Yep. That's what I'm looking at the map, too. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I can't tell if...
God, I really don't know if I want to watch this. But I don't want to go to bed not knowing, you know what I'm saying?
But, yeah, I know. I mean...
Because I voted, man. I felt dirty doing it.
I voted, man. You're supposed to fucking vote. Otherwise, you bitch and complain. You still
Yeah, but no. Here's the thing.
I guess you still bitch and complain, but...
Fuck you.
No, I mean, it's your right to, so...
Bad Tom Booth,
Yeah, see-
Louisiana.
Here's the thing: is
Louisiana's only got 8 votes? What the fuck?
oh, there's some with less. I mean, look. Yeah, I think what is it? South Dakota has 3. Yeah. South Dakota has 3.
The results for
North
Alaska
Dakota.
expected 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Eastern.
Yeah.
3 electoral votes for Alaska.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
And
Christ.
polar bears.
What about Hawaii?
Hawaii?
Clicking it right now.
What do they have? Like
12 a.m. tonight.
8?
Well, 12 a.m.
No.
4.
4? Yeah. So they can't have that many. Especially now after everyone got relocated after the fucking Maui fires. But they got that $750 from Kamala or Joe and
No, that was North Carolina.
No. Oh yeah, it was $700. It was even fucking less.
Yeah.
They did get that though from the Biden-Harris campaign. You know, hey, we're helping. And I bet you Oprah would be more than happy to give him another
I'm sure her and Dwayne Johnson would too.
$300. You can go to fucking East Bumfuck. Go to Gloversville, New York. It's beautiful up there. It's
You know what that reminds me of? That TikTok. Elon Musk has like $10 billion and there's like 8 billion people in the world. So if he gave every one of those
Oh my
people
God,
$1 million, he'd still have money left over. Wait, what? Was that how the numbers I think she said?
Did you forget the zeros in all this equation?
What did we, I think we did the
It was
math.
something like that. Yeah.
8.
I think wasn't like the number like $150 a person or something like that. Something stupid. Maybe it was like 30. It was something ridiculous.
800 billion. If he gave every person on the planet $100.
Yeah. Whatever. You know.
Yeah, makes
It's $100.
Oh fuck.
Pay National Grid. No, you can't. No, you can't. You pay a phone bill almost.
Half my cell phone bill.
Pay mine's about 120.
I got the 4 lines.
Ugh. I don't even want one, to be honest with you. Damn thing, piece of shit. Oh, Harris up to 52.
Yep.
Look, she's mounting a comeback. You know what the Yankees didn't do?
Well, what's the major color of the Yankees uniform?
White,
And
gray. The major colors, white and gray, fucker.
what's the other color?
Whiter.
Why won't you say blue?
I don't know what you're talking. Navy.
And they still lost. That blue color lost.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so this is going to go through all these
How is
states.
New York not done yet?
Because it's 9 o'clock. It's 8:37 right now. They're not showing anything. New York is going to be that typical this. Mine. You get one county at a time, fucker. We'll go in alphabetical order.
What? No, wait, hold on a second. All states.
Manchester.
So if I do this. It's saying she won Maryland. Do me a favor. Click Maryland. She's got Baltimore. That's it. But if you zoom out,
if you look,
it's a one state.
yeah,
How?
a 1%
Yeah.
reporting. That's weird. Yeah, wait a minute. Look. Donald Trump, 66%, 7,500 votes. Kamala Harris, I won at 31%, 3,500 votes. And to boot, 1% reporting. I'm trying to tap Donald Trump. Ding! Kamala Harris. Wait a fucking minute. Something's fishy here.
See, now, if you click Indianapolis,
Indiana?
Indiana, whatever,
Like the city? Yeah.
it shows red 1,
Right.
and there's 4 blue squares.
40. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, there's more than that. Look.
No, they're not.
These are all counting.
No, they're
Like that's
so look
that's
at
final,
mine.
That's final. That's
Hold
final.
on, look at mine. You see how a lot of yours that are gray
Okay,
aren't?
yeah.
Mine are showing they're blue.
All right.
Some of them are blue. So let's go with South Carolina.
We just got another one. So was it Maryland? Maybe it was Maryland.
Nope, it's next to Maryland. Hold on.
Delaware. Yeah, Delaware. 43% reporting. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen.
I wonder if there's any. Hold on. Watch party coverage.
Well, that's basically what this is.
No. I want to see what they're looking like. Trump campaign. Let's watch this on PBS News. Watch live Harris host election party.
Yes. We respond with a strong unit. I want everybody
What's that?
to join in tonight.
PBS News. Watch live Harris host election night watch party at Howard University in D.C.
All right.
As I close, we say this because here we know our history. We know our importance. We know the
You all right?
contributions we can make to the world.
Whoa.
And we know that completing the work of America and completing the work
Oh God, your party sucks.
Oh, again,
Do I have to brace for this?
maybe. Again with New York. Peanut the squirrel.
Oh God.
And whatever fucking like Fred or Raccoon.
Fred Durst?
Raccoony or
Punks Tony Phil,
the fucking raccoon. Cooney.
the Gopher, whatever. No, what is it? The Hedgehog? No, what is it?
There's a raccoon.
Punks Tony Phil.
Who?
What's Punk? The Beaver.
Beaver?
Punks Tony Phil. What is he?
I don't know.
The Groundhog.
Okay. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just figured we were listing famous animals.
Well, he's famous now.
Peanut the Squirrel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's fucking dead to famous.
Yeah, New York. They're talking about
And it pissed like a lot of people
a
off.
lot of people. Trump talked about it. Elon fucking posted on it. This government overreach.
What the fuck was Peanut the Squirrel?
You didn't hear anything about it.
I know this squirrel died and everyone's like, oh, Harris
You don't
is
know
bad.
you don't know the story then.
No, what the fuck is...
Okay,
Hold
well.
on. Well, first and foremost, give me context.
All right.
What is Peanut famous for?
Well, getting fucking. All right, no.
And Charlie Kirk interview.
Right
roles
now,
reversed.
Right now, he's famous for getting murdered.
Okay,
Short story, but his owner, air quotes owner, they had a TikTok channel.
okay.
Okay, so evidently this guy rescued this squirrel like a couple of years ago and nursed him back to health, and then the squirrel like attached itself to him. So then it basically became a pet squirrel.
Yeah.
So then they had a TikTok channel. They throw up videos all the time. The squirrel jumping on him, sitting on his shoulder, eating, drinking,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Okay.
So in typical
A viral...
yeah, in typical
Okay.
in typical TikTok fashion or social media fashion, everyone loved this squirrel. It was like fucking what's the monkey gorilla for ombre or fucking amoeba or whatever the fuck his name is from back in 16.
We'll just go with Shamu.
Okay. That got murdered or got killed because the kid fell in the pen or something, the gorilla.
Oh, the gorilla.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically that Mark II. Okay. So this guy has a squirrel. And what happened was, I guess somehow there was some Karen that lived around him or something like that reported him for having a squirrel, because you need a license evidently or something to that effect to have like a squirrel, a wild squirrel, it's a black squirrel. So hey, what are you laughing for?
Of course.
Charlie Kirk, what are you laughing for? So, what happened was...
If the squirrel was white, would it have been an issue?
What happened
This video's getting
was...
struck.
No way. what happened was a judge signed off, and 4 state agencies showed up at this guy's house, ransacked it. The search and seize court order, ransacked his house, like tore it the fuck apart.
I saw pictures of that.
I guess went in there, asked him and his wife, they have cameras on the premises, questioned her about her immigration status, took the squirrel and the raccoon, euthanized them to see if they had rabies. Now, so you could watch videos of this guy with this squirrel and this raccoon over the last couple years.
Yeah.
Clearly, the squirrel did not have rabies at all. So because of this government overreach thing, like Elon put it, they posted it up, and there's like, this is a clear-cut
example of government overreach.
Case of government overreach. And the guy's like, they just fucking broke into my house, tore shit apart to take a fucking squirrel and then killed it to see if it had rabies. And then it's like, all right, well, what's done's done. And left it at that. Well, now the internet grabbed a hold of the video, and it has blown the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? And of course, election season, perfect time for that to happen, because now everyone's gonna like latch onto that and be like, well, this is a blue state, so there you go. And it's New York. So I saw that, and I'm like, it's New York. I kind of expect it. And then all I see,
lady in Home Alone 2.
All I do is I see the video in my head playing of Kathy Hochul talking about how bad Trump supporters are, and then she turns around murder that fucker, that fucking squirrel. I can't stand those assholes chew apart my wires. Get that fucker.
My vibrator doesn't work because it ate the batteries out of it.
And just and just like that, she turned into a Disney villain.
Oh,
what a fucker.
What was the one character's name in MASH, the crossdresser?
Murdoch? Was it Murdoch? No, it wasn't Murdoch.
No.
It was, oh shit.
Kingsley? No. Kremsley?
I think we looked this up before.
Now he's a Disney princess?
No. He is a Disney princess. Fuck. That was a Fox show. Isn't that something? He was cross-dressing before cross-dressing was... Well...
He was cross-dressing when Don't Ask, Don't Tell didn't apply.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, he was doing it when it was considered completely out of your fucking mind, because he was trying to get out of the... Look, I'm a woman. I'm out of my mind. And then suddenly...
8 seasons?
You know what's funny?
It was no longer I'm trying to get out of the military. It's trying to get you to accept me.
No, now you're just comfortable. You're not fooling anybody. Get on the front line in that tutu. You know what's...
Show them your vagina. Maybe it'll end the war.
You know what's crazy? Back in like 2008, like the Republican Party would talk about how at the rate we're going, we're going to end up teaching gender affirming care in school. And back then, everybody was like, that's fucking... Like, what are you talking about? And then like 14 years later, so here we are.
Yep.
Doing just that.
Signing no to Proposition 1.
Oh, you voted no? I voted yes. Shit, I put the wrong thing. You know what, though? Because of the story I told you with my vote getting kicked back and saying, oh, it didn't count like 2 weeks after from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I was so fucking... I went through and I like watched my pen go to like the dot that I wanted for sure. Like... I had like fucking battered wife syndrome.
Well, you know what I did?
What?
You can ask JM. She was there.
Yeah, I saw her. As soon as I walked in, and she goes, you don't have to give him a ballot. She did that to me during the midterms, too, though.
So, they give you Sharpies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, going. Make sure. I did the same thing. I'm like,
yeah, not gonna.
And then I read, did you read these stories? If you fill out too much outside of the circle, it cancels it. Yeah. I fucking went.
Yeah.
I went like, tattoo mode.
I like, my tongue was out and everything, like outlining.
I straight up paper, like put your arm out, like giving a tattoo. I straight up, I was like,
yeah.
Perfect circle. I made sure every fucking, and then don't forget the one on the back. I flip it over. Oh, fuck, it bled through.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's what I saw.
She goes, what? I go, My Sharpie went through this. It's okay, Charlie. If you want another one, you can have another one. I'm like, but that's okay? She goes, yeah, it's fine. It won't mess up. I'm like,
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I used a Sharpie and I flipped it over. I'm like, well, then what I did was when I looked at where the proposition was, I'm like, that proposition is not worth the presidential election. So I'm like, is my proposition vote going to interfere with any of the presidential
No,
picks?
I checked too.
So I flipped it over. I'm like, no, it won't. Okay, so then I filled that out.
I did the same thing.
You're not getting me again, you
I actually
fuckers.
did this number. I held it on. I put it on the no.
Yeah.
I put on her. I'm like,
Isn't that wild?
We're safe.
Isn't that wild that we have to do that and fucking we're in the supposedly the most country in the world and we have to I don't trust the election system. So you know what's wild? There's other countries, there's foreigners that go on just social media forums and everything and they watch videos of people talking about or videos like the car that drove up and threw ballots away from whatever and they say, you mean you just put your ballots in boxes out in the street with no one watching them? Well, what the fuck does that tell you?
third world countries have
Third world country,
ours does.
You're doing it all wrong.
Can't park there, man.
I think we're parked. What the hell is in that, man? But that's sad.
Come on, man. Just give me a sniff.
Oh man, it's salt.
I need something to drink.
I want to die.
They gave me space coke, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, I want to watch those movies again.
62%. We still got a ways to go for Pennsylvania. But this is probably mail-in ballot. I don't know. I can't really tell for Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania. That one actually has me worried.
Harris went up one. What place is one vote? No, she was 71.
No, yeah, she was 71.
For some reason, I thought it was 70.
No. That's 4 votes, 16 votes, 16, 13. I'm surprised. I mean, that's tight. That race is tight. There's only a difference of 16,000. Not even 15,000. $10 in Missouri, Texas, 40. Yeah, this is gonna be actually
North Dakota.
I mean, a lot of these are
2% reporting.
A lot of these are really early, but just just out of curiosity, let's take a look here. Oh, we got 101. Okay, so that's only 2%. So I'm not gonna. That's 1%. I think most of these are early. That one, let's see.
Poor Maine.
Plus 17.
So it's all by itself. It's a little red guy at the tip. It's funny how the tip's always the reddest part.
Just the tip.
Just the tip is red.
Virginia.
Well, if you actually stop and look at the country at a weird angle, the whole northeast looks like a giant penis pointing up. Unless you're looking at it.
And the southeast looks like one pointing
floppy
down.
dong. Florida looks like a floppy dildo. Sorry, Florida. We know you're going through some shit right now.
Well, with what's showing right now, that puts Trump at 206, which puts him 64 electoral votes away. But it's really early yet. It's only 8:50.
8:53.
Yeah, it's still super early yet. Polls are open for another 3 minutes. You know, it's going to be really fun.
Oh, I gotta send you.
Well, there's going to be a few things. One, it's going to be tomorrow morning when we wake up. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be interesting to see how people respond. Like, what is going to happen? What's the over/under of riots?
What's that?
What's the over/under for riots? What do you think?
Oh, God. If Trump wins...
Yeah. what's the better chance of, depending on who wins, who has the better chance of having riots happen?
I think there's going to be more of a chance of riots if Trump wins.
Right. That's what I think too.
Because let's be honest, I'm not speaking for all Republicans, all conservatives, all non-aligned, non-party registering people.
Right.
I think with everything that's been going on, if Harris wins, half the country, let's say it's perfectly down the middle.
Right.
50% Harris, 50% Trump.
Right.
Let's say Harris wins.
Right.
The 50% that says they want Trump to win are going to go, look, we don't agree with it. We don't like it. There's going to be a few fucking crazy nuts that are going to be like, oh, election fraud, theft, whatever, we're suing. But the majority of the Trump voting base will be, look, is what it is. Produce. Give us results. Start doing something. Start showing what you can do.
Right.
Get this country back to where it needs to be.
Right.
Unfortunately, I think if Trump wins, 50% of Harris's voting base, I think it's going to be right down the middle. Mm-hmm. It's going to be 25% of her voter base is going to be, look, we don't like it. We don't agree with it. It is what it is. Trump better not fail. Or we're going to sit there and point out every mistake he makes.
They're going to anyway.
The other 25% are going to be like, we're not doing this. Fuck this. Riot in the streets. Let's go.
I think even if Trump does well, they're still going to point things out.
Oh, absolutely.
They still bring up the
grab by the pussy.
Well, no, the very fine people thing, which has been debunked by every fucking fact checking.
People still bring up the grab her by the pussy thing. People
do they? I haven't actually heard that in a while.
It's been debunked that he was a racist who made racial comments many a times.
That's what I mean.
It's been debunked by so many people, but people will still say the same thing. He said racist things. What did he say? I don't remember.
I remember I had that conversation with someone I used to work with, and they said,
856.
huh?
856.
Oh, I said, the whole Trump being a racist thing came up. I said, well, what was said that was racist? He said, well, he said, sick the dogs on him. I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, that has racial connotations in it back in the slave times.
So because you want to take it out of context, it must be racist.
Yeah, I'm like.
Or you want to take it in a negative context. If you want to associate it with negative content, with negative history, be my guest.
Well, I told him, I go, okay, because this is right before the 2020 election. I go, okay, but I told him the whole thing with Biden speaking at, or having his, speaking at the former
like
member.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, former member of the KKK, and
Or
like
90s.
speaking as eulogy and saying that, oh, this guy is like a confidant. I was like, but that's okay. He goes, well, some people, people can change. I'm like, okay. So that argument works for your guy, but the guy you don't like, it doesn't.
Yeah, but
Like that doesn't fly. That doesn't work. But well, we're gonna call this because this is a Tuesday night. Remember the 5th of November.
Remember the 5th of November.
The gunpowder treason and plot. I know no reason for the gunpowder treason shall ever be forgot. Yeah, well, that's today, and we have to work tomorrow. And I've been up since fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. Because of the dog.
4 o'clock comes early for me.
Yeah. But elections, I'm still going to pay attention to this probably until later tonight. And we'll find out.
I'll probably, as long as I can shut my eyes by 11, I'll get some, I can function.
Yeah.
Which is not something I should be saying driving 85,000 pounds.
I'll be able to autopilot my way through the day.
Hell, if I stay out till midnight, I'll just score some Coke.
Actually, the only thing I think I'm going to do is actually grease fittings on the univents on the roof, which probably isn't any better. But
All I could say is cocaine is a hell of a drug.
yeah. Make sure you voted. I got my sticker, wherever the fuck it is. I don't even know where it is.
I think I stuck mine on someone's car.
Oh, it's mine. Damn it. Whatever. Bye.
Later.